Hello students, hope all of you are fine. Now today we will start explaining the second part of the video of chapter 2, that is component of food. Now in earlier video we have discussed topics like function of food and major nutrients or component present in food. Now today we will discuss the rest of the topic, that is test to detect the nutrients present in the food, balanced diet and deficiency diseases. Now we all know the major nutrients in our food are named as carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and mineral. Now it is to think that do all food contains all these nutrients? With some simple methods we can test whether cooked food or raw ingredients contain one or more of these nutrients. To test the presence of carbohydrate, proteins and fats, there are some simple chemicals due to which we can find out that in given food item starch is present or proteins or fat. Now the various nutrients present in our food are carbohydrates, fats, proteins. We can identify the major nutrient present in food by performing some certain test. Now first test we will do for the carbohydrates, that is starch. We have to find out. There are many types of carbohydrates. The main carbohydrates found in our food are in the form of starch and sugar. We can easily test if a food item contains starch. First of all, take a small quantity of food items to be tested, like potato or boiled rice or chapati, anything you can take in a small quantity. Now put 2-3 drops of iodine solution on it. It is not available at homes, but in schools we are doing all these activities nicely. So here you have to write all these activities in your notebook. So put 2-3 drops of iodine solution on it, and so you will see that the color of the food item changes into blue-black color. It indicates that the presence of starch is in the food. So all cooked item or raw items can be tested like with the help of iodine, and if the food changes in blue black color, it shows that starch is present in the given food item. Now test for fats. Fat is a major source of energy and also aids your body in absorbing fat soluble vitamins. You need a minimum of 10 to 20% of your overall calories as fat. Test if a food item contains fat. Now in this we have to take a small quantity of food item to be tested. Wrap the food item in a piece of paper and crush it. Then straighten the paper. Dry the paper by keeping it in sunlight for a while, and after that observe the paper. What you will see, an oily patch on the paper indicates the presence of fats in the tested food item. So all you have to write in your notebook. So what we observe? We observe that oily patch on the paper. This shows the presence of fat in given food sample. Repeat this activity with butter or a drop of oil and note your observation. You can take a paper, put some oil over it, and you will see the paper is getting oily. This also shows that it is present, oil is present in the food item. Now test for protein. Proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Foods containing proteins are often called bodybuilding foods. Test if a food item contains protein. Now for this, take a small quantity of the food item to be tested. Grind or mash or paste, powder, any form of the food item you can take. Put the food item in a test tube. Then add 10 drops of water and shake the test tube. Now using a dropper, Add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution to the test tube, and then add 10 drops of caustic soda or sodium hydroxide NaOH solution and shake the test tube. After some time you will see the violet color, it changes into violet color. This shows that presence of protein in the tested food item. So this is how the test of proteins are done. Like chana, besan, you are taking the besan powder, you can make a solution of it, and then the required chemicals is there, we will add, and it will change into purple color or violet color. If we take milk and do this protein test, milk is also having proteins, so violet, it will, by adding all these chemicals, the milk will change into purple color. So this is the test for proteins. Balanced diet. A diet in which all the nutrients that our body need is present in right quantity is called balanced diet. It varies with age, health and occupation. It means, for example, laborer needs more energy giving food because they have to do physical work. Growing children also needs more bodybuilding food. A small child needs less food than a grown up adult. So according to the diet, balanced diet should be prepared. So a balanced diet will depend upon the physical work that we do. Nutrients get lost in the process of cooking and preparation. For example, if the vegetables and fruits are washed after cutting or peeling them, it may result in the loss of some vitamins. The skins of some vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals. Similarly, repeated washing of rice and pulses may remove some vitamins and minerals in them. Cooking improves the taste of food and makes it easier to digest, but at the same time, cooking also results in the loss of certain nutrients. Many useful proteins and minerals are lost if excess water is used during cooking and is thrown away. Deficiency diseases. We need a balanced diet for our proper growth and development. If any of the nutrient is less than the required amount in the diet, it causes a disease. Diseases that are caused due to the lack of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals or vitamin in our diet are called deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases are of following 4 types. First is protein deficiency disease. Second is protein, carbohydrate and fat deficiency diseases. Third is vitamin deficiency diseases. And fourth is mineral deficiency diseases. So, protein deficiency disease due to deficiency of carbohydrates. They are the chief source of energy. Carbohydrate is the chief source of energy. Body wants it while performing any function. Body becomes very lean and thin and so weak that the child may not be able to move if proper amount of carbohydrates are not there in the food. Skin becomes dry, thin and wrinkled. Ribs become very prominent. Eyes become sunk inside and they are unable to digest and absorb food and may suffer from diarrhea. And the disease caused by the deficiency of carbohydrate is marasmus. Now second is due to the deficiency of protein. The disease caused is known as kwashiorkor. If protein are not sufficient in diet, then serious disease happens. Now symptom of kwashiorkor is it has stunted growth, means growth cannot be done properly. Then skin becomes dry and scaly. Then hair becomes reddish and begins to fall. The body swells up due to retention of water. Limbs, especially legs, becomes thin and bony. And large pot-like stomach is there and bulging eyes is seen. So this is due to deficiency of protein. Symptoms of marasmus is poor muscles development, bone showing through the skins, weak legs, anemia, etc. Now, vitamin deficiency disease. The vitamin deficiency disease is due to vitamin A, loss of vision is there, and symptoms is poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, we cannot see, sometimes complete loss of vision is there. Due to vitamin B1, beriberi disease happens, in which weak muscles and very little energy is there to do the work. In vitamin C, the deficiency disease is known as scurvy, in which bleeding gums, wounds take longer time to heal. And due to vitamin D, rickets happen, in which bones become very soft and it bends. Now, in minerals, calcium, iodine, iron and many more are there. In calcium, bones and tooths start decaying. The bones becomes very weak and tooths start decaying. Iodine, the deficiency disease is goiter, in which glands in the neck appear swollen, and mental disability in children are seen. Due to the lack of iron, anemia happens, in which weakness is there and loss of blood is seen. So these are the symptoms and disease name. Also iron, weakness and fatigue, loss of weight, pale skin and loss of appetite is there. Now this is the end of the chapter. Now we will discuss question and answer in next video. Till then, keep learning.